How's it going, peeps? I bring you the second. I mean, it is the second, but at the same time, it is kind of the first. Because the first one. Oh, by the way, I'm talking about the match card prediction video. This is the second one, but the first one was CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar. I posted that up. I thought, like the Raw, it happened where Brock Lesnar hit the F5 on CM Punk. You know, I posted a video right away saying, "Oh, CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar. I think it's gonna happen at Money in the Bank." I didn't think it out too much. I just saw it on TV and then I was like, "Oh shit, that must mean it's gonna be at the next pay-per-view." But then I thought about it a little bit and then I was like, you know what? Makes more sense to have it at SummerSlam. And now obviously it's gonna take place at SummerSlam with CM Punk in the Money in the Bank ladder match for the WWE Championship. And yeah, so it's the second one, but the first one, I kind of took that back. I was like, you know, I'm going to keep it there, you know, so you guys can see, you know, I made a mistake. I don't think it's going to happen anymore at Money in the Bank. And I think it's going to happen at SummerSlam instead. I posted up a SummerSlam match card prediction video. Anyways, enough talking about that. So, this is obviously Curtis Axel versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship at Money in the Bank. Here's the thing with this match. Initially, I didn't think it was going to take place at Money in the Bank because I was like, a lot of times before the Money in the Bank ladder match, before the pay-per-view, or even the Money in the Bank ladder match when it was at WrestleMania, you would have the mid-card champion, or, you know, there's two mid-card champions, the US champion and the IC champion. You would have one of those be in the matchup, and they would be in a current feud, with somebody else who wants that championship. In this case, Curtis Axel holds the mid-card championship, and you've got The Miz, who is the challenger. And, you know, when that happened, they would usually have the title match before the pay-per-view, either on Raw or SmackDown. For example, Shelton Benjamin and MVP. Back when Money in the Bank was at WrestleMania, they were in a feud for the US Championship. I don't recall which one was its champion. I'm thinking it was Shelton, but I might be wrong. Oh, actually, I do think it's Shelton. And I was thinking, are these two guys going to have a matchup at WrestleMania and maybe also be involved in the Money in the Bank ladder match or something like that? Because it was pretty obvious they were going to face off for the title. And that ended up happening on an episode of SmackDown, and the title changed hands. Or was it Raw? I think it was SmackDown. Pretty sure. Yeah, it was SmackDown. So, in this case, I was thinking Curtis Axel and The Miz were both going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match, and they were going to have the title match on Raw or SmackDown. And then, of course, came the announcement of the superstars involved in the Money in the Bank ladder match, both the WWE Championship one and the World Heavyweight Championship one. And Curtis Axel and The Miz are in neither one of them. So, that leaves them in no match for Money in the Bank. So far, they're not in any other match, so it just makes sense to book these two in a matchup, one-on-one match, The Miz versus Curtis Axel, IC Championship on the line, given the recent, you know, happenings in the IC title scene. I mean, it's I don't really have to explain it. It's just one of those clear things. It's not like it's out of nowhere, where the challenger comes out of nowhere, it's a surprise opponent or something like that, or at the last minute. These two guys have been feuding pretty much since Curtis Axel was announced as the replacement for Fandango in the triple threat match. And a good sign for me that this was definitely going to take place was the fact that they took care of Wade Barrett's rematch clause pretty quickly on just an episode of Raw. Instead of the next pay-per-view, Money in the Bank. So now it just leaves Curtis Axel and The Miz in the feud. So that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, as always, you can click that like button down below. I'd really appreciate it. Tell me if you think this match will take place, and I'm out. See you guys.